So, every now and then, I'll come out of my room, and I'll be greeted with the most absurd sight here on the landing. Mary. Mary, seriously. She just gets up onto the banister. Oh yes, you just get comfortable. Yeah, that's completely a normal place for a cat to sit. Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, and wow, it feels like it's been an absolute eternity since I last did a vlog. Well, to be fair, it is, unless I'm quite mistaken, the last day of the month. Wait, 30 days hath September, April, June, yeah, it's the last day of the month, and somehow I managed to put it off until the very last second to record my vlog for this month, so, hi. I wasn't expecting to have that much to say for this month, because, I mean, my life is boring, we've established this, but we've had little fits and starts of activity. For one, there was the, well, okay, take a step back, don't get too far ahead of yourself, Tess. Right, at some point this month, the UK celebrated the Queen's birthday, even though the Queen's birthday was actually a couple of months ago. For some reason we celebrate it in June, I'm not sure what the deal there is. I don't think it counts as a national holiday, and it was on a Sunday anyway, so the street where I live had a street party, and so for the first time since we moved here in 2012, we actually got to meet the neighbours and get to know them and stuff. Well, I did take like a 12-second clip of just like a panorama of the street, so I'll throw that in now just to give you a sense of the atmosphere.
Oh, Phil, where are you? Phil, where have you gone? Oh, I know that. Oh, you should come over.
So that was very fun. There was what they called a fancy hat competition, where, as far as I'm aware, it was just something where everyone could have an excuse to dress up all fancily, and then the prizes would inevitably be given one to one of the kids so the kids feel good about themselves, and then one to one of the ladies in their fancy ascot hats, because that's the idea. But I'd like to think that I still stole the show in this outfit. So yeah, I dressed up as me reading a book. I dressed up as Tessex versus literature. They didn't know that. And I had several people coming up to me and, you know, asking which house I lived in, for one, because nobody knows us, and complimenting me on my outfit, and so I made an impression. I didn't win the fancy hat parade, because, you know, there was two categories. There was the kids, obviously I'm too old to be one of the kids, and I wasn't a lady dressed up ascot style, so I wasn't going to win the adults category either, but I still made enough of a splash, so to speak. And purely by coincidence as well, we got to sit with the mayor of, like, our area, because the mayor came, well, I suppose, to clarify, because default assumptions and that. The funny thing is, the mayor, she has the same name as my mother, so there's these two Jackies just talking and generally being friends. It's nice, because she was only elected recently, but she's so friendly. Like, her position of power hasn't let it go to her head, which is more than can be said for some of the other residents on this street who are, like, really... I don't want to speak ill of them, because they are nice people, but there are one or two people who are, like, really snooty, like, oh yes, I'm friends with the mayor, don't you know who I am? Like, the mayor's a really down-to-earth, nice person. She could be friends with anyone, she's that nice. So, we kind of became friends with her, and that was good, so now I have connection. No, I don't know where I'm going with this point. We had afternoon tea, there was cake, there was food, it was nice, and we got to chat with the mayor. So, there you go. More recently than that, I'm not quite sure, I think this was last week. So, I was in the other room up here. I was in my parents' bedroom because, well, I was talking to my mother, who was also in the bedroom at the time because she was getting ready to go to work. She was putting her face on, as women do. Well, okay, maybe that wasn't intended to be sexist, it's just typically women tend to wear makeup more than men do. That's what I mean by that. Don't take it personally. So she was putting her makeup on, and we were having a conversation as we do, because she likes me to keep her company before she goes to work. And we hear this kind of screechy, shouty noise, and our first thoughts are, oh god, one of the cats is going off on one again, because I may have mentioned before, but we have 3 cats. We have Trixie, or as I like to call her, Skittletits. We have Mary, who you will have already seen in this video alone. And then there's Moley Cyrus. And there are so many things medically wrong with him, but apparently he's still got a good few years left in him, so yay, he's a survivor. Amongst other things, he has no teeth, he has cataracts, he has dodgy hearing, some sort of diabetes, some sort of kidney trouble, and to top it all off, he has dementia. He's a cat with dementia. I didn't know that could happen, but it can happen apparently. And so, oftentimes he'll roam around the house and forget where everyone is, and then he'll start shouting like, "Nya, nya, nya," because he's really worried, because he can't find any of his humans. So we need to go and find him and calm him down. And so we heard this noise that sounded like Mo complaining. So I leave the room, and I happen to glance out the window on my way downstairs, because Mo downstairs probably complaining at the door or something. But no, I glance out the window and I see what's causing this noise. There's a squirrel attached to the wall of the house next door, like upside down, attached to the wall, just shouting like, "Fuck! Fuck! How do I get up here? How do I get down?" Panic stations. And being the 21st century Western Hemisphere white people that we are, we took plenty of photos and videos of the thing just to prove that it happened. And I'll just put in some highlights from that now, just to prove what we were talking about. I think it had stopped shouting by the time we started recording, and he did manage to get down in the end. He realised well, I'm assuming it was a he could climb sideways along the wall and then down to the garage and then down from there. And so, don't worry, he was fine. It's attached to the wall and screaming like, how did I get here? I think that's it, news-wise, as far as I'm concerned. I could talk about the YSC, because at the time of recording, I just uploaded the results of the 28th edition of the YSC over on my other channel, Tessex YS Contest, because I have a vanity URL for that channel now. Yeah, we had the results of that. Those are hot off the presses, so actually I won't talk about them here and now, because spoilers. But that was a thing that happened, and that was a lot of fun. I think this was the best edition so far, just in terms of art, in terms of musical quality, how close the voting was, everything. It was immense fun. If online song contests are your thing, do check out my other channel. And actually, as a tie-in with that, this coming Sunday, Sunday the 3rd of July, is of course the first Sunday of July, so I'll be doing the bonus stream for that month then, and as part of that bonus stream, I will be showing and talking about the full split result, well not split, but the full results of the semi-finals. I'll be showing the full scoreboards, because I don't normally share those because people don't usually care, but this month I had a lot of requests to see what how the exact voting went down in the semi-finals, so I'll be sharing that on the stream, amongst other things. It'll be a Test Talks bonus stream. It'll be chatting with you lovely people. And kind of on the subject of videos that I do, I suppose I should acknowledge the fact that, as far as I'm aware, Master Quest and Spyro are actually starting to wrap up now. Can't say words. As far as I can tell, I think, and I am crap at estimating, so take this with a grain of salt, I think those LPs are going to end at, if not at the same time, then within a week of each other, I feel like, because Master Quest, at the time of recording this, I just need to do the Forest and Light rooms of Ganon's Castle, the thing that I needed to backtrack for, and then the final boss, and then that'll be it. So that's 3 or 4 episodes at most. And then with Spyro, I've just got to do the last homeworld, which again is 3 or 4 episodes at most. And I intend to record at least one of those episodes before the end of today, and then binge record the rest tomorrow. But yeah, I think those are going to end at the same time. And I do kind of have plans for a summer of verses on this channel. I did have an idea for that, and one of the people I wanted to do it with said that they're not going to be able to record until like September, so that's a thing that I could put off. But there are still 2 other people who are willing to do verses with me, and so those are going to be things that, fingers crossed, will happen. There's another game that I'm preparing to Let's Play as well. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but I'm going to be doing a very specialised run of a certain story-heavy game where choices matter a lot. I haven't worked out quite how to record it just yet, because even with the fancy workarounds that I've got going on at the moment, because I've discovered that using the cables for my Elgato, I can connect this computer, this laptop, to the monitor that I got for Christmas of last year, or Winterfest, whatever you want to call it. I can connect this to that, and I drop far fewer frames on high intensity games, but I still experience slowdown. And there's a game that I want to Let's Play, but I don't know if I'll be able to record it at the moment, in a satisfactory quality. So I think for my birthday this year, my father and I are going to be trying to build a custom gaming PC for me on something of a shoestring budget as far as PC building is concerned, but still. So if that goes over well, I can just record it on that. But that computer doesn't currently exist, so I'll be looking into other avenues of recording stuff, and I have backup plans in case I can't record that as well, so this makes so much more sense if you're inside my mind and you know what I'm talking about, and because I'm so insistent that I don't reveal any spoilers, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about, but trust me, come back to this video in like 4 or 5 months' time and it'll make perfect sense. What I'm saying is, I have 2 versus planned, which those will probably be the series that replace Spyro and Master Quest once those LPs finish. There's also another game that I intend to Let's Play, but at the moment I don't think I can record it without dropping major frameage. I may be able to work around that as I am, I may be able to record it from a better computer if that happens on my birthday. we shall see. I suppose, by all rights, I should get to work on Tumblr Snack 5, because I've had that in the works for so long it's not even funny. I've had a lot of people express their interest in taking part in that, and by the way, if you want to be in one of my videos, then do check out the thing that appears, like, here, towards the end of every one of my videos at the moment. I'm looking for people to be in one of my sketch comedy videos. If you haven't signed up for that already, do consider it, because I'm gonna need motivation to actually get that thing going, because I could really bust my balls, as the expression goes, and get that ready and upload it on my birthday like I did 2 years ago, because I had a Tumblr Snack special for my 18th birthday, and of course this year I'm turning 20, and yeah, it's not considered a special day, like it's not considered a special birthday, like a landmark milestone age for some reason, but 21 is, I don't get it, but I don't know, I'll do something for my birthday, video-wise, I don't know what yet. I don't know, I'm trying to think too far ahead, I'm trying to plan too many steps in advance. Blech, it feels like I'm getting awfully rambly and nonsensical at the moment, so instead of rambling further and saying more nonsense stuff, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to say in this month's vlog. Oh yeah, apart from sometime this month, I started Junior Eurovision reviews with Europescalo 8, although she wasn't in the first review and we've only uploaded one so far because only one song for this year's Junior contest has actually been chosen. But we will be joint reviewing Junior Eurovision songs as and when they're released, and we're going to take them just as seriously as we do the adult reviews, so that's a thing to look out for if you're into the Junior contest, and even if you're not, you know, give it a chance. I suppose while I'm on this tangent, I should probably also mention, because I forgot to mention while I was recording, because I am just that kind of doof apparently, I also recorded, at the time of recording this, I've recorded 2 collab videos with the Euro trip, so if you're into Eurovision analysis and stuff, and if you're subscribed to my channel, there's a good chance that you are, go and check those out, because I was in them, and we talked about stuff, and they might invite me back for other videos later down the line. I'll put links to them in the description. Oh, Elliot's not going to be happy that I forgot to mention this in the live recording, but hey, I mentioned it in the video at all, so it's something. Okay. Now I think I've said everything that's relevant to this month, so yeah, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. I thank you for watching, and I thank you for your patience with my rambling nonsense. Hey, I will see you in whichever video of mine you happen to choose to watch next, you lovely, lovely people. See you then.